Welcome to Technology and Education. Today I'm Richard Smith.
And I'm Caroline Crawford.
And today we are discussing some myths or misunderstandings about online schools for high school students. And one of these myths or misunderstandings is that the curriculum in online schools would never be as rigorous as that found in regular face-to-face schools.
That's interesting. People say the same thing about online courses within higher education, which just is not true. The students inform me that it's actually the potential to be more difficult than what you would find within an online environment, within a face-to-face environment.
I think when these online schools first began, there probably was some question about the quality of the courses offered, and that probably stems from the idea that they had never been really put online before, and there's a lot of confusion about what should be in the course and what shouldn't be in the course and how the course should be constructed. But these days...
That myth is still alive for people that have never designed nor instructed within an online environment, too.
But these days, the courses are, I think, roughly equivalent to courses that are taught face-to-face, and probably vary in quality between schools, just as face-to-face courses vary in quality between schools.
Instructors, absolutely.
And instructors teaching the same course within the same school. Really, what you need to do is take a look at the curriculum of any online school that you are considering, and get an idea.
Which is much easier within an online environment than within a face-to-face environment. How do you evaluate the curriculum beyond what the state mandates?
Of course, if the school doesn't want to let you look at the curriculum, then you should have some
There's a question
some questions.
Yeah.
Yes. And another idea that I sometimes hear spoken about is that online schools are basically schools for students who are troubled students who can't get along in a regular face-to-face classroom environment.
That's interesting.
And that really isn't so, because you have students from a variety of backgrounds in online schools, online secondary schools.
And reasons for being there. For the same discussion purposes, it doesn't mean only traditional students may be involved. People that want to go back for their GED or high school diplomas, more towards the adult level, can go through the process as well. And it may be less frightening for the adult to go into an online environment, because it's not as if you're sitting there with a group of teenagers or whatever it might be. All they know is whom you are as you present yourself.
That's true, and there are a variety of reasons for attending an online school. One of the classic ones, I believe, is if you are involved in sports, if you're very
extracurricular activities,
sports such as tennis. If at the high school level, it can be very competitive, and tournaments are frequently held over weekends, and the weekends start on Fridays and end on Mondays. So if you are in a regular face-to-face school, it makes it very difficult to attend those tournaments. Those types of students are very good candidates for online
as well as people that
schools.
have to work for a living in order to pay rent. There are plenty of people that the families need a little extra support, and the students must work. There's nothing wrong with that, and this might be an opportunity to address those concerns while still maintaining an educational agenda,
and
academic agenda.
The other question is tuition, and the question is, are online schools very expensive, or are they as expensive as regular private schools? And this question is, the answer is, it's variable.
That's a fuzzy answer.
Yeah,
There's no way to really answer that. It depends upon your choice options.
Right.
There are plenty of school districts that have online virtual schools environments.
That's right. Some school districts offer their own online schools, and the tuition is either
minimal,
negligible, or none. And then there are online schools.
And there are always scholarships. Don't forget scholarships. People who have different needs can obtain scholarships, depending upon the organization.
Well, yeah, but if you need a scholarship for school, that's probably going to be kind of a pricey school.
Maybe, maybe not. Different private schools, they offer scholarships or reduced tuition based upon need.
And yes.
For example, extracurricular activities. What about students in online environments? There are the opportunities to address different extracurricular activities out in the community,
okay, so that's,
as well as within a traditional school environment, depending upon the school district.
That is a misunderstanding. That if you are in an online school, that you will miss out on activities that you would normally participate in if you were attending a face-to-face public school.
Swimming, football, theater,
And this,
debate, UIL
yes, many communities,
resources.
many school districts will allow students who are in online schools or private or homeschool for that matter to participate in extracurricular activities
As long
at
as
the
you live in the
schools.
district
Correct.
or parish.
So that is also something that's widely misunderstood and maybe a little bit difficult to arrange, but still it is available.
And there are still community environments. There are plenty of community efforts out there that have nothing to do with the school district per se, and you can still join and your student can engage. But on a greater scale, what about the socialization concerns? One of the myths is that while you're sitting in front of a computer all day, there's no opportunity for socialization, which is just not true. There are plenty of organizations and community endeavors as well where the students have innumerable opportunities to socialize.
Correct. And you can socialize within within an online school, depending how that online school is organized. It does not also the online school does not have to consist entirely of written work and written assignments and interaction via written bulletin boards. It's entirely possible that an online school can offer a face-to-face interaction via video conferencing.
And for parents as well, so the parents are engaging further.
Yeah, so that is a possibility.
Another myth that I find so interesting is, you touched upon it before, but the fact that so many people suggest online courses may be easier than traditional face-to-face courses. That's an interesting myth. I find that so intriguing.
Well,
I haven't found that to be true.
Right, and it goes back to where the course is offered.
Originate, yes.
If the school is a sham, if a school is not accredited, if the school is simply saying, you give us $10,000 a year, and the student you're concerned about can go and do what he or she wants during the day. At the end of that year, we'll advance the student a grade. Yes, it's not going to be very rigorous. That's kind of like the fly-by-night colleges that you have available at the
$500 you can earn your
post-secondary,
doctorate.
right?
They're really out there. I didn't believe it, but they're really out there.
I have actually encountered people who have done that, and they
misrepresent themselves. May I add?
and the schools have very highfalutin names. They sound like real colleges.
Highfalutin.
Highfalutin names, yes. And so that's something to take into consideration. When an online course actually can become difficult, and this is just a little side thing, if it's poorly designed. So you want to make certain that the courses offered are very well designed, and that information you would have to get from evaluations of the school that you might see that you can Google.
An accreditation agency.
And that would be
maybe
one of the main reasons you go to make certain that school is accredited. And also ask to speak with some of the students or parents of students who are in the online courses to get
instructors.
And possibly
Find out what the
instructors
are like. Another interesting myth that has to do with online schools is that if you're in an online school environment, then the course credits will not transfer to a traditional school or to a university if the child wants to go on for higher education.
However, if the school is accredited, then the courses will transfer.
Absolutely.
So
but you need to do your homework, as with any other situation that you're putting your child in a position of concern or future impact.
Yes, so do your homework. And on that note, we've reached the end of yet another edition of Technology and Education Today. For Technology and Education Today, I'm Richard Smith.
And I'm Caroline Crawford. Bye.